Alrighty, so this morning, Lucille's had an issue where the vacuum canister on the distributor ruptured. Basically, the diaphragm in there for vacuum advance. So I disconnected it and actually changed the timing a little bit so that it would start, which didn't really work. So today I'm going to try to replace the vacuum advance canister and get some timing back into it. Now, one of the other issues, because life and the fact that she's a little on the older side, I can't set the timing with a timing light because the ring down there on the harmonic balancer, you've got the solid pulley, and then you've got a rubber ring, and then you've got the outer ring, and the outer ring is the one that has the timing marks on it. Well, it came loose because the rubber is deteriorated, so it's just clanging around down there on the crank. Well, I should get a new one in there or get that one rebuilt, but well, you know, it's money, and I've got a lot of other silly things out here to spend money on. Maybe if Jordan comes and gives me some money for this one, he can have this one. But I've got an awful lot of stuff going on. Irons in the fire, is that what you call it? Anyhow, so I haven't fixed that. So I really have to time it by ear, and timing it by ear with a vacuum leak isn't easy either. So today my goal is to get this thing so that I get the distributor to work so that I can at least halfway time it, because this thing's been an awful bear to start, and I'm kind of sick of the woo 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 for hours having to squirt it to get it to start. That's why there's no air cleaner on it. So I don't know if any of this is going to help, but we're going to replace that and see if we can make it nominally better. So when it does run, or when it was running before I blew that vacuum canister, it was running really well. So, and since then it's been running terribly. So yeah. Anywho, that's our job for today, get that fixed up. So I'll update you later if we get it, or if I don't update you, I'm probably sulking somewhere because it didn't work. So anyway, here we go. Alrighty, so anyways, on the vacuum advance that I was telling you about, what I have here is actually a NOS, right? This is an original box, really nice. It's like kind of almost a shame to open, but not too shameful. But I figured that we'd open her up. What do they call it? Unboxing video of the new, and if it's the wrong one, I'm going to be really sad. But anyways, so you just pull the string, I guess. This is from 1950 Forgotten, so still old. And, well, isn't that special? There, all right. Let's have a look at her and see. Kinda looks right, kinda. So, it's got the right thread in. That's that old style. With the right lever back there. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I don't know how much suction I have, but suctioned. So there you go. We'll try her out. All right, so there we are. That's it in place. Pulled off the top edge of the distributor cap. One of the issues, it looks like it could be a little bit technically difficult, is this right there. That's where that little thing goes in there, and it's upside down. So I don't know how much play is in that, if I could pry that in, or if I have to take the whole thing apart. That would be a total drag. But one of the other things interesting to see, you see there's red wire and then there's a black wire there. That is my Pertronic, so it's actually an electronic ignition in here. Works really well. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Sometimes things are harder and sometimes they're easier than they look. We'll see. I'll get back to you on this one. Alright, so that came out not as hard as I thought. The one on the left, obviously the older one, has the blown vacuum diaphragm, but they are identical units. Excellent thing for me to know is that the one on the right being NOS and being completely sealed like that, hopefully is still in good shape. I tested the diaphragm, it's good. It's not Chinese, it's original GM. The first one lasted, what, I don't know, 70 years. So if this one can even last 10, I'll be happy. So, but that's NOS parts, always the best if you can find them. So, all right, you got it in there. You know, Anna suggested that I would film while I put the parts in. One of the issues with that, and I hear people talk about it all the time on videos and things like that, is that they don't want to hear any foul language, and I'm not mature enough yet to be able to put stuff like this together without some extracurricular language when things go badly awry. Like they kind of started to here, a bit fiddly, all the stuff in a way, but someday when I get mature enough to be able to do that, maybe I'll be able to video me actually doing it. But as it is, you're getting the after and it's done. So you can see the canisters in there. Both of those screws they're kind of partially under another plate, so they go in kind of crooked, but they can't go in crooked. So, but and then the hard tube, trying to connect up a hard tube in there where it looks like there's a lot of space in there, and there is, I guess, compared to some things, but you still have to have 2 or 3 elbows. So yeah, it wasn't that bad, I guess, relatively, but also I wouldn't say that it was like fell right in either. So anywho, there it is, it's in. Now we're gonna put it back together again, and we'll have to figure out the timing. That's gonna be another whole deal. All right, so one other little thing while I'm in here, I thought I'd mention it. You see this? I'm gonna try to put my finger on that. That's a lubricator. This is back in the good old days before they had like sealed bearings and things like that. So one of the things on these old cars is you gotta add oil to those every now and again. And the generator's got a couple of these cups. There's 2 or 3 things around that have them. And they take just a light oil. In this case, I've got some straight 10 weight oil, so put it in my handy squirt bottle, but just a few squirts in each one of them. I filled up my squirt bottle, which is a dual purpose. I use it for other stuff too. So what I'll do is just probably walk around to every car that I've got and lubricate all the distributors and generators and whatnot, right? So while I've got it, which is also why my jobs take so long, because you do one thing, then, well, I gotta do that, gotta do that, gotta do this, right? So, oh, the 50 Chevy, the Railway Express probably needs it too. Cadillac's got 3 or 4 or 5 of them. So yeah, 56 Chevy pickups got them. I'm sure I'll find more when I get out thinking, but yeah, little lubricators, stuff you don't have to do nowadays that you did in the old days. All right, so I got the vacuum advance changed. I've moved the timing a little bit. We'll see. It has been extremely hard to start in the past. We'll see if it goes. I don't have any choke at all, but it is a warm day. We'll see how it goes. Give her a couple pumps just because it's cranky. Well, there. See? Up and at them. Helps to be all hooked up and everything, so I wish it would always start like that. Somehow I'm kind of leery of it doing so, but anyways, yeah, we're fixed for today. I guess that wraps up this job more or less. New vacuum advance canister. Half-ass set the timing just by ear, by hand, whatever, you know, just trying to hope that it works. And then I also changed the fuel filter too while I was at it, so maybe all those things. So anyways, that's it for today. Wrapped up the Oldsmobile.